So Arkham Knight to me, I think that Arkham Knight is a overrated game, to be 100% honest with you. And the reason why I feel like it's overrated is because of the fact that it's an Arkham game. And this is why I say that. It feels so detached from Asylum and City. It does not feel like a sequel to Arkham City. It feels like a lot of the stories that they set up in Arkham City, they didn't really take the ball and run with it. Like they set up Hush, they set up Azrael, they set up a story with Harley Quinn having a baby in Arkham City. And for them to have Jason Todd as the main villain, you could say like the co-main villain in this story, it just didn't hit because I had no attachment to Jason Todd, none whatsoever. Like they didn't really have any substantial Easter eggs that was setting up for Jason Todd to be in another game. It kind of felt like Ultron and Age of Ultron, where it's just like, all right, here's Ultron. Like you guys love Ultron. We needed a villain to kind of fill this. Yeah, like that's what it felt like to me. So that's why to me, like I felt like the setup over the trilogy when it came to Jason Todd was not there. Like Scarecrow, great villain, no doubt about it. But I just felt like when you're a game and you make me feel like a game in Arkham City is less valuable than it actually is from the perspective of like, when I play Arkham City now and I play some of those side quests that were setting up for stories in Arkham Knight, I'm just like, man, this just hurts me because I know how this ended up. The Hush in Arkham Knight, awful. That was an awful payoff to that story. True. Azrael, awful. That was an awful payoff to that story. Like, and when it came to Arkham Knight, it felt like there was a lot of things in the game that were not organic. Like the Batmobile, they spam that. And my thing is, it's not that I dislike the Batmobile. I don't like how they used the Batmobile in that game. Like there were some levels where I'm like, okay, why are we using the Batmobile here? Like it makes no sense. And if the Batmobile was used strategically, I would have no problem with the Batmobile. But the problem is it just felt like there were levels where the Batmobile was thrown in your face and they were just like, hey, we have this thing. We think it's cool. We want you to use it. Use it. And then like some of the Riddler challenges where like with the Batmobile where he set up like a whole underground racetrack. Like, that doesn't even like, fine. If you wanted that to be like a Riddler challenge that you do on the side, fine. I can believe that. But like, bro, having it be like in the story, I'm sitting there and I'm like, like in a world where there's all these supervillains and all this sci-fi stuff going on, this is the most unbelievable thing out of it all because like, who is helping him build this track? You know what I'm saying? So it's like the gameplay, great graphics, great world, great, all that stuff. But, and then, bro, this is what I'm talking about where it's like, I feel like studios sometimes say, hey, there's something that could be really fun and we're not going to use it to the highest degree. Like after you defeat the story in Arkham Knight, you defeat Arkham Knight and Deathstroke takes over the militia. For the boss fight for Deathstroke to be in the Batmobile, I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, okay, if you wanted to use the Batmobile, fine. Like, once you destroyed Deathstroke's vehicle, both you guys hop out and start fighting each other. Like, that to me would have been great. And like the lack of boss fights too, it's just like, man, there's a lot in this game where I'm just like it is a very well-made game. Arkham Knight is a very well-made game. The graphics, great. World, great. Gameplay, great. But like everything else is kind of just like, man.
So for me, bro, I'm gonna just hop to the Batmobile stuff first. I didn't like the Batmobile stuff. It was cool like the first couple missions, but it just became super repetitive and annoying, kind of like the Mary Jane segments in Spider-Man. It's just like, I don't need 2 and 3 of these segments, bro. Like one would have been fine, or just to like, propel the story. Like you said, that's why I like Origins more. They actually gave depth to Deathstroke in Origins. Like you're just fighting this man in a Batmobile. Like that's your big boss fight with one of my favorite Batman villains, Deathstroke. And I'm just like, that's just wasted potential. And it's just with this game, yes, the graphics were. I think they really just pushed the graphics and the gameplay was great and the open world was great, but that was about it. The story was super predictable. I knew it was Jason Todd from the jump, bro. If you know, Batman lore and this and that, like it's super predictable. You know who Arkham Knight was based off the first trailer. I'm like, that's Jason Todd. It's just blatantly obvious, and I just think, like I said, the story was super predictable. You knew everything that was going to happen. There weren't many twists like in Origins, like in City, like in Asylum. There was like really nothing, no substance towards it. That's why I rank it last. Like I said, everything else was great. Gameplay, chef's kiss, phenomenal. Like I said, the graphics, they really push the boundaries for the graphics. Like the graphics still hold up to this day. That game's beautiful. But other than that, like Knight really just fumbled the ball. I don't know because I know Rocksteady did have plans for another Arkham, an actual Arkham game. They had more plans, so maybe Knight could have went into that more or whatever. But I don't think Knight was rushed because they put like 5 6 years into production for this game. But I really do think they fumbled, especially trying to be a sequel to City. And I give the game maybe 7.5 out of 10. But like I said, it's rated the lowest Arkham game for me by far.
Yeah, I think out of out of the Rocksteady trilogy, no doubt about it, like easily third at 3 out of 3 when it came to like the main Rocksteady. And I have Arkham Shadow over it as well. Like
Oh,
that to me is a way more satisfying game. Like the game didn't feel satisfying. And
mm,
that's to me is like where I really look at this and say, man, it's so disappointing. Like if this was just a Batman game, if this was just one Batman game and it wasn't attached to the Arkham series, it would
mm,
probably be a lot better. I would feel a
true.
lot better about the game. But it's attached to one of the greatest games of all time, like a defining game in the history of gaming.
Hmm.
And to me, like like I was playing Arkham Knight, and I'm just like this game does not feel like it's respecting Arkham City at all. And
Right.
like that to me was where it's like the gameplay's great, graphic, all that stuff is great, but the Arkham series was always based in lore. It was always based in the story. Like the story was what drove the Arkham series. And then you had the gameplay. Everything else was complementary to the
Right.
story. The problem is with Arkham Knight, and it's like, to me, there was no lore in Gotham in
Right.
this game to me. Like Arkham City, there was so much lore. Arkham Asylum, so much lore. Even Arkham Origins, when you talk about the Cyrus Pinckney tapes and learning a lot about Gotham, you know, where it really started and all those things, like even that was a lot better. Like to me, it just felt like,
Right.
yeah, the game had some really great things about it, and they just leaned heavily on it, but the essence of the Arkham series just was not there.
I agree. I agree, man.